Hello everyone, I'm Rick Zanotti, and this is a quick Tech Down Over review. My first impressions of the Nikon D750, or Nikon D750, if that's how you prefer saying it, which is probably more close to the actual way of saying it. The Nikon D750 is a full-frame camera. It does photos and video both quite well. In fact, I've been very impressed with the quality of the photos it takes, and I'm going to show some in a couple of minutes, as well as the quality of the video that you're seeing right now. I am shooting with the Tamron 35mm optically stabilized lens. Very nice. It's about I think it was $5.99 for this lens. I was going to get the Sigma lens, but the only Sigma 35mm they had, unfortunately, was malfunctioning. So I looked at the Nikon one, and no, it didn't appeal to me. So I went with Tamron, which makes very good lenses as well. And this is a very good lens, especially with optical image stabilization for that price. And the quality has very nice bokeh, so it looks very clean in the background. You probably look at the things behind me, and they should be somewhat blurred once this video is rendered. Anyway, the 750 is an interesting animal. It's a heavy camera, not as heavy as other ones, but it is on the heavier side. Not terribly so, depending on what lens you put on. It has a lot of capabilities and features. Actually, a lot. It has a lot more than what you get on a Canon 5D in many cases, and some of the other ones. But this is a full-frame camera. Probably the biggest competitor right now would be Canons, the 6Ds and the 5Ds. It also competes against the Sonys, probably not as well because the Sonys are smaller and they're 4K. This only shoots 1080p at 60 frames a second max, but it shoots really nice 1080p. On the other hand, the Sonys, while smaller with crummy menus, they overheat, still have very good output as well. I have one Sony bridge camera, and it does a really nice job. The quality of the look and feel is probably better than my Panasonic GH4 and GX8, though they too are very, very good. And it all comes down to how good is your lens. I have good lenses on the Panasonic, so the quality tends to be very good. If you put cheap lenses on, you're not going to get as good a quality. Same with this Nikon D750. You put a good lens on it, you're going to get much better quality than if you put really cheap glass. Never recommend cheap glass because the results will definitely not be as good with flaring and other issues, aberrations. You're not going to get that with this, at least not much. I haven't noticed a lot of vignetting or, for that matter, barrel aberrations on any of the lenses I've gotten recently. I did buy the 70 to 200mm Sigma. That is the lens with the Nikon mount, as well as it has optical image stabilization. I have not opened it yet. We only got this on Saturday. I've been playing mostly with the 35mm and the kit lens, which I believe is 24 to 124 or 120. It's a nice kit lens, a little slow, but it's not bad. It doesn't focus as quickly as some of these do, but it has a really nice look and feel, and it's huge. So you will always look at a big camera with it. Now, the D750 shoots 1080p. We are shooting in that right now. The quality of the image, of the colors on this sensor are quite amazing. In fact, let me show you some pictures now. as you could tell from those pictures, the quality is really pretty good. So, and that's with somebody who barely knows the camera, by the way. I've only been playing with it for about a day and a half, and some of the images that I've shown you were probably not the best ones, and some of the other ones looked actually pretty good. It does take a little getting used to. The controls aren't the same as what you get on a Canon or what you get on a Panasonic, but they're not bad. It's pretty easy to adjust to it. There are some little nuances, like you twist the lens backwards. I say backwards because Nikon does it different from any other camera I've ever had, where they twist to the left. This one twists to shut to the right. I was trying to force it to the left for a while. That wasn't a good idea. So why Nikon does it that way? I don't know. It's weird. But on the whole, I'm impressed. Heavy a little bit, not any much heavier than my Canon 7D Mark II. A little bit heavier than the 70D Canon I have. Definitely about twice as heavy as the Panasonic GH4, and even heavier than the Panasonic GX8. I do have the battery grip on it, which gives it a better balance as far as I'm concerned. Really nice battery grip. Surprisingly though, one battery, it's like the Panasonic. One battery goes in the body, the other battery goes into the battery grip. A little odd. I'm used to the Canon 2 battery grips, but nothing in the body. I guess it works either way. Panasonic does the same thing, body and one in the body and one in the grip. Anyway, this is our quick test. We will do a more, we'll do a little bit more detailed test later on, but I'm not unhappy with this. Even though everybody says you have to have 4K, you have to have this. You know what? 4K is good. But ultimately, almost every one of us is going down to 1080p, and most of our corporate users don't want 1080p. They want it scrunched down even to 720p or lower. So the great quality you get will reflect in the lower resolutions when you go there, but 1080 looks really good on this. For Tech Down Over, I'm Rick Zanotti. We will see you next time. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.